2016 hasn't really been a good year for Bollywood. With good movies coming at a slower rate than usual, there are tons of bad movies to go with. So here is our list of 10 worst Bollywood movies in 2016. In this list, we will be mainly focusing on the so-called big budget movies which were highly anticipated but were a disappointment. And we will be omitting some of the sequels as no one expected them to be good anyways. Also, just to be clear, we are not saying these movies are bad, but we are just basing our list upon the critic ratings and public response. Number 10, Mirzya. Mirzya had everything in its favor when the first few trailers and songs were out. With eye-catchy cinematography, exceptional background score and music, great locations, all tied up with the name of Rakesh Prakash Mehra, the director who brought us movies like Rang De Basanti and Bhag Milkha Bhag. But when it hit the theatres, the realization that Mirzya was a nicely gift-wrapped turd hit the moviegoers really hard.
फुकड़ में भी नहीं देखने का ये तो कुछ नहीं है घासलेट.
Number 9, Dishyam. Dishyam was Bollywood's first actual attempt at making a buddy cop movie and was highly inspired by the movie Rasha.
Yo! You sound like a karate movie. Yo! Say it from right here with some soul. Yo!
The movie did seem like a good bet with the mismatched pair of John Abraham and Varun Dhawan and a number of special appearances. But where it failed miserably was the storytelling department. The plot was simple, too simple to be exact. Kidnapping a cricketer before the final match is something a kid should come up with, not a professional writer. Number 8, Freaky Ali. Freaky Ali is basically Sohail Khan's attempt at making an Adam Sandler underdog golfing comedy. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, just watch Happy Gilmore. The plot of the movie revolves around Nawazuddin, who sells underwear for his living. Yes, chaddis. And then he realizes that he's a natural at golf. And then starts his story to overcome all odds. There are some Bollywood cliché scenes and then there is this ridiculous ending. Nawazuddin tries his best to salvage something from this poorly executed film but can't carry the whole weight of the movie on his own shoulders. Number 7, Junooniyat. Junooniyat is just a huge pile of Bollywood clichés. From the hero army officer saving the bubbly Punjabi girl to them falling in love eventually, all of this surrounded by a fuckload of romantic songs. NRI cousins, wedding songs, the girl's father saying no to marriage, the cliche misunderstanding, the girl getting married to someone else, the hero accidentally sending the letter to the guy she's going to marry, who later breaks off the wedding so the hero and heroine can be happy. Like, whoever wrote this story must have watched all of the old romantic classics all together. Number 6, Tera Surur. We are just amazed as to why Himesh Reshammiya keeps on trying to be an actor. One would think that after his gems like Aapka Surur, Radio, Expose, someone will be like,
बेटा, तुमसे ना हो पाएगा.
But hey, lucky us, we get to see Himesh Reshammiya and his lean fucking body in a movie which has no proper storyline, bad direction, another actress who requires dubbing, and the only other actress who can give Himesh a tough competition is her in carrying the same expression throughout the whole movie. The biggest question is, what is Naseeruddin Shah doing in this movie? Number 5, Mastizade. The only reason Mastizade isn't higher up in the order is because no one expected it to be any good anyways. And if you did, shame on you. We are judging you right now. Mastizade is the only Bollywood movie which is following the trend of sex comedy started by Kya Khule Hum and Grand Masti. Full of WhatsApp and Facebook jokes, the movie fails to make you laugh. You never really expect a story arc from movies like these, but just some good laughs, and it has failed to deliver even that. You have to wonder why we are making sex comedies at all. Just so Tushar Kapoor and Aftab Shuddasani can have a career. It's just not our genre. And if you want to make a sex comedy, make it along the line of Hunter, surrounding a proper story. Number 4, Be-Iman Love. Be-Iman Love is loosely a skimpier version of Pink, where because there was no consent, a bunch of bets fly around along with lots of revenge taking. It's simply made for audiences to gawk at Sunny Leon, who by the way showed a lot of effort in emoting whatever the hell she was emoting.
I'm way above your snake and ladders game.
And rest of the actors just stroll around her mooching off of the one good thing in a movie. This movie for the audiences is a treasure hunt for a storyline which is full of sleazy close-ups of you know who and you know how what, high heels, neon bikinis and hotness as challenges. Number 3, Sanam Re. Sanamre is directed by Divya Khosla Kumar, the lady who was responsible for Yaria. So people didn't really expect much from this movie, but they got worse than they hoped. Oh my god! The movie has captured the beauty of every location in the film exceptionally well, but what it was not able to capture were the emotions which come with a proper storyline and building of characters. You don't get that in yoga camps in Canada where people cuddle. Yes, cuddle. Cuddle therapy. You heard it right. And with below average comedy skits which belong in comedy circus. Plus the ending is something you must have read 10 years ago on the internet under the title Saddest Love Story Ever and hope that nobody made it into a film. Number 2. A Flying Jet. A Flying Jet is the creation of Remo D'Souza, the director of movies like Faltu, ABCD and ABCD 2, which took the anticipation level to the limit. But at the same time it had Tiger Shroff, which made people be a little meh. This up and down resulted in a pretty mediocre movie with the script being so utterly childish. The character gets superpower after praying to God. I mean, yeah, make people believe in God, but God isn't just sitting there to give out free powers. A movie with a social message to save our earth is good. It's really good. But this movie has ridiculous fight scenes, bad VFX, Tiger Shroff, a wavering script, and it has driven this movie to be on number 2. Number 1. Befikre. We are not haters. We love the idea of Befikre. But the execution is where this movie failed majorly.
कपूर मैं कुछ दिनों तक सिंगल रहना चाहती हूँ.
So no phone calls, please.
The director Aditya Chopra, who brought us movies like DDLJ and Mohabbatein, wanted to show that young love is carefree and fun. And it is. But in this movie, it's plain criminal. It's ridiculous. Let's face it. This story is about young love directed by someone who was young about 20 years ago. This movie is a huge disappointment as it was highly anticipated. The two characters do really stupid stuff together, not because they like each other's company or anything. It's only because they get a kick out of it. This relationship started as a one-night stand. They fell in love quickly, but fell out of love even quicker.
पलटने का भी तो 90s में करते थे लोग. I was just checking out his ass.
This movie has received low ratings on all platforms and we wonder why. Do you agree with our list? Let us know in the comments below. Like and share this video and subscribe to Brainwash for more videos like these.